There's a revolutionary new AI technology that's bringing this hypothetical gold mine solidly into your future reality. But if you don't act quickly, everyone's gonna leave you behind. A Chinese AI startup called DeepSeek created a large language model that's supposed to be about the same as OpenAI's ChatGPT o1, but they did it for orders of magnitude less money. And then they open sourced it so that anyone can copy what they did. Let me show you why this is the key to future riches for entrepreneurs like you and me. I'm Ray. I am the founder and director of machine learning at Jaxeric AI. And I'll meet you at the helicopter store 1 year from today. Imagine that you own a machine shop. If your business can handle 20% more work without hiring new employees, that's an extra $100,000 a year. And if you can catch a maintenance or scheduling error before it forces you to shut down for a week or bring in more employees and pay them overtime, that's tens of thousands of dollars saved. Okay, so when it comes to this technology that I'm about to show you, small businesses have a huge advantage over those multi-billion-dollar companies that all of us love to hate. You can get ahead of market changes and adapt because you have fewer decision makers. Let's look at the machine shop example more carefully. Okay, you've got a welder, a machinist, a fabricator, and a quality assurance guy at minimum. What if an AI scheduled those people to come in at the exact time they were needed? And that way you wouldn't have people standing around waiting for somebody else to be finished so that they can start their part of the project. The AI could base this schedule on material availability, machine load, or even just the deadline of when the project's due. Or it could run all three of those as a simulation for you and decide on the best one in a matter of minutes without Andy accusing you of playing favorites. And unlike Andy, this AI won't show up hungover on Mondays, try to call in sick after a long weekend, or take a 30-minute break that turns into 1 hour. Am I right? Anyway, if you have your workforce and your machines optimized correctly, you can accept more work. More work, more money. More money, more growth. More growth, gold-plated Blackhawk helicopter. You could also have your AI deal with your most difficult customers. We all have those customers who call us all the time for an update on their project. Like, Brenda, quit calling me every 10 minutes. You're distracting me from getting your job done. Back in the old days, we'd consider just ditching Brenda as a client, but today we could have an AI talk to Brenda for us. Now, I have to tell you, I have one of these customer service bots for my business. I get compliments all the time about how nice he is, how great he is to work with, and how promptly he responds. Even Brenda likes him. Of course, nothing's perfect, including AI, but with DeepSeek's open source code, it's a lot easier for entrepreneurs to create their own AI that can do tasks like this. I really need you to understand how DeepSeek has just changed everything. I have been reluctant to talk about where I think that AI is going, but a trend is developing. Every software company is coming up with their own AI integration, and I think that in 5 years' time, Salesforce, HubSpot, QuickBooks, and whatever other software you're using is going to charge you more so that you can have an AI chatbot integrated into the software. While this might sound exciting for tech nerds like me, it's actually a fucking nightmare for small businesses like yours. Imagine that your AI assistant in QuickBooks suggests a price increase, but your Salesforce AI assistant thinks that will scare away customers. Meanwhile, your HubSpot AI is still using outdated customer trends because it can't talk to your other AI assistants. Siri wants to know where you're ordering for lunch. Alexa thinks you just asked her to reorder a $1,000 software subscription, and Clippy from 1997 shows up to ask if you want help rephrasing an email, and you're stuck staring at your computer trying to manage all these chatbots while your business burns to the ground. In the future, where AI agents can run the back end of your business and do everything that you're using software for right now, QuickBooks and Salesforce and all the other software companies are really going to be forced to adopt Apple's business model of making all of their tech incompatible with everything else. This forces you to either keep paying for their system no matter how much it costs you, or to go through the insurmountable hassle of switching to a different system. Just like OpenAI, the moat of all of these other companies goes away unless they force you into their ecosystem. We'll talk more about this in a minute. So that's why for my business, I use one AI that is integrated into all of my systems instead of just a bunch of disconnected AI chatbots, because they don't talk to each other. We call that one AI an AI agent. And in order to have a good one, it has to be custom for your business. If you're a small business owner, you're thinking, custom AI, that's enterprise level technology. That's expensive and way too complicated. I get it. But hear me out on this. I'll be honest, I cannot have Chinese technology on my computer, but I did look at all of DeepSeek's code where it's published open source on GitHub. And they say that it was trained for a comparatively small amount of money and with outdated technology, which is really interesting. They did it by training their model on outputs from ChatGPT. And what they proved is that enterprise level tech is not only affordable, but it's the best way forward if you want your business to get some of that gold that's already shined up and waiting for you to take it. This is a real life scenario of small businesses being able to just take what their larger competitors did. OpenAI has no competitive moat. They can try to lock people into their ecosystem, but at the end of the day, you can replicate the results for pennies on the dollar, make it more meaningful for your company, and their business model collapses. In fact, the AI arms race is not about who could build the biggest model. It's about who can customize the AI to make the most money. And that's where entrepreneurs like you and me have an advantage. What if you didn't have to trust OpenAI, Anthropic, or Meta with your sensitive client and corporate data? And what if you didn't have to spend so much time learning prompt engineering just to make a huge model work for your business? It would be built specifically for your business and trained on your data and housed in your business. And since it's completely internal to your business, it would be safe to let it have your QuickBooks, your customer relationship manager, or whatever other software you use. As soon as you accept a job, your AI agent could order all the materials you need and make up an employee work schedule so that they come in for the most opportune times to manufacture the project, considering all of your other jobs, machine downtime, and vacation time, so you don't have a workman's comp case or employee burnout or overtime pay. Now, you might be wondering how stealing all of OpenAI's tech and then republishing it open source for everyone to use is not illegal. And that's a really good question. We don't want the FBI coming to our place of business now, do we? And we definitely don't want to be sued. DeepSeek is Chinese, and it's historically been very difficult for American tech companies to get China to not steal our intellectual property. Just ask Microsoft, Tesla, Facebook, Apple, YouTube, and Amazon, to name a few. So what if I, as an American, copied DeepSeek to give to you, my client? Would I then get sued, or worse, would you get sued? What would they sue for? Are they going to claim that I copied the responses of a model that was itself trained on internet data that they acquired through questionable means? That would be like McDonald's suing me for making a cheeseburger at home instead of buying one from them, right? What it comes down to is that computer code is not unique or copyrightable. You can't patent an algorithm because at the end of the day, every algorithm is math. And as an additional safety net, in case you need one, we do have a billionaire who is I guess, friends with Donald Trump, who is an advocate for open source AI. Okay, so what we've established is that this way is safer, it'll save you time, and it'll make you more money. I also need you to understand that the longer you have an AI agent working in your company, the better it will be at optimizing everything for you so that your employees and you can just focus on their jobs and not worry about other ancillary crap that just bogs everything down. It's like any other investment. The sooner you make the investment, the more you get out of it. So make sure to record the day that you start using an AI for your business, because you will forever be ahead of your competitors that decide they want to implement this plan after you. We are rapidly moving toward a world where AI is a commodity, and as time moves on, it will be harder for you to have a competitive edge with AI because your competitors will already be using AI automation already. And that is why it is so important to get ahead of them. But you can't get ahead and start using the information in this video unless you know where to start, because I just gave you a lot of information. There are so many ways to use AI, and choosing a direction is probably the most important part. Boy, I wish there was a video about that.